Hi guys, I'm Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Heavyweight Fighter Mark Godbeer, and you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm BKFC athlete Paige Dancer, and you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James.
This is Max Payne Griffin, UFC welterweight, and you are watching Cage Side with Christopher James.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell's Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Fill up the deuces. There you go, baby.
Hey kids, what's going on? Welcome. It's another edition of Cage Side with Christopher James. Second show of the day, man, because, that's what we do, man. We just got to do it. Sometimes we got to get guys on early. Sometimes we got to get them on late. Sometimes we got to get them on all day long. Maybe I'm going to do a marathon show where I start like 2 in the afternoon and I do straight to 2 in the morning, 12 hours of MMA conversation. I won't have any voice left by then, but it'll be fucking awesome to do and entertaining, and nobody else has done it. So I'm going to have to work on doing the Cage Show with Christopher James marathon. Anyway, guys, early today we had on Kenny Cross from the XFC and Mike Trizano from the UFC, two great guys. I've had Trizano on numerous times. This is my first interaction with Kenny Cross. I got to tell you, what a fun guy. And he's a badass. Hopefully he'll be back in August. He's got a torn Achilles, but he's motivated, dedicated, had no surgery. He just came back doing rehab after many hours of rehab, And he's one of those fortunate guys that has been able to recover from an injury without having to go get put under the anesthesia and then get cut open by a surgeon. Maybe one day down the road that might have to happen, but right now he seems on track and ready to return in August, looking for some competition because he wants all the smoke. Now, during my interview, I spoke with him about the XFC and what it means to be the face of the organization. And while he wears that banner proud and he's honored to be that guy, he's humble enough to believe that there's somebody else in the organization right now that is truly the face, because he believes this kid is the future in MMA. He is 19 years old. Let me repeat that. 19 years old. He is, I don't want to compare him or, label him as this, but the closest thing we've seen to the emergence of Chase Hooper since Chase Hooper popped up on the scene at, 18 years old. Now he's in the UFC, and he was there when he was 19, 20 years old. This young man's got 4 fights in his career, amateur and pro. He's never lost a fight. And Myron Malotki, the president of XFC, speaks very highly of this young man, as well as Kenny the Boss Cross does. So we're going to bring him in right now. And when you see this guy, you're going to go, my God, he's just a kid. You know why? Because he is. He's got the cool, foofy hair. He's got a big old smile. You could tell that he loves to do this. I don't know how many times he's done an interview. He might be a little stiff, but we're going to break him down and get him loose and having fun, because that's what we do here on Cage Side with Christopher James. So please welcome to the show for the very first time, the undefeated prospect, the man himself, Austin Bashi. Austin, welcome to the show, young man.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
Oh, I'm just here living the dream, getting to talk to guys like you who get to beat people up for a living and get paid. It's a pretty good fucking deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, so you're 19 years old. Most people have no idea what they want to do with their lives when they're 19. And you, young man, I can say that because it's true,
Yeah.
but you are not that guy. You have a pretty clear path of what you want to do, and that's be a professional mixed martial arts fighter. So before we get into how you chose the career, let's take a step back, because there's a lot of people here that are meeting you and seeing you for the first time. When did you decide, you wanted to be a fighter? What made you get into it? Were you wrestling when you were a little younger, doing karate, jiu-jitsu? Or did you get beat up in school one day and say, fuck that, I'm going to learn how to beat people up? And, because you just never know these days. Some of the craziest stories get somebody there. So tell us a little bit about how that all happened for you.
Yeah, so when I was younger, me and my brother just always watched UFC and loved watching it and had fun watching it. So one day my cousin came over and asked us he knows we liked it, so he seen us. He said, "Come try it out. Come try out the gym." So since young age, we went there, and that's when we found out we loved it. Went on with it.
So you said at a young age. It's hard for me to hear you say at a young age like you're old or something, man. You're still young, dude.
Yep, yep.
So somebody took you out and showed you. You said you've been watching UFC since. How old were you when you saw your first UFC?
Yep. So when I started training, I was only 8. That's when I started. So 11 years ago.
8 years old. And what was the first thing were you doing? Were you doing jiu-jitsu? Were you doing wrestling?
It was Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu, and then in high school I wrestled the last 3 years.
And how did you do in wrestling?
I went 2 times all state, 11th and 12th grade, got 6th and 4th.
Jesus, dude. And what weight class are you working in?
It was my sophomore and junior year was 103, and then my senior year I moved up to 112.
112. God damn, it's so little. And now, what are you fighting at?
Now I'm fighting at 135.
135. That's probably the right. How tall are you?
5'5".
All right, yeah, that's right where you belong. 135, 125 even.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's crazy. So, what did your mom say? You said, "Mom, I want to be a professional fighter. I know I'm your baby boy and my cute little baby face and my curls, but I want to beat people up for a living. I might get hit sometimes, Mom. Is that okay with you?"
Yeah, she gets very nervous watching us fight and watching us compete, but she loves it. Her and my dad, they get very nervous, but they like watching us fight now.
They like watching you fight, or do you think they just smile through it because it gives you support, and maybe they leave and they go, "Fuck, I can't take this anymore"?
Yeah, I think so. I think that.
What about your friends, man? You're here. You are fighting. Some of your friends are just finishing high school. Doing other stuff, maybe working at a local store, maybe starting a college career, and you're jumping into the deep end of the world of mixed martial arts, man. What do your friends say about this?
Yeah, it's crazy to them too because everyone's working jobs and going to college, and they kind of find it crazy that I just fight for a living.
Well, I do too, man. I mean, do you have a backup plan? Like, are you going to school while you're doing this? Have you entered college, or this is just all in or nothing?
Yup, I'm all in since right out of high school, just full-time training twice a day, so I'm all in.
What did your parents say about that? You figured maybe, all right, I can let him fight and do this, but I wanted to get an education. What did your parents say when you said, "I'm not going to school, I'm just going to concentrate on fighting. This is your son"?
Yeah, they're very supportive of it. They know I love it, and they know I could do it and make it, so they're very supportive of it.
That's crazy. You got a girlfriend?
Nope.
Boyfriend?
Nothing.
Gotta ask,
Nope.
dude. People go, "You can't ask somebody that." Yes, I can, man. Today's world we live in, I don't care if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, if you have both, man. Whatever makes you happy in the day is what you should be allowed to do. So, to a degree, I guess, there's some stuff you can't do, no matter what. But, so tell us about fight. Well, let's see. Let me pull something up here. Fighting for the XFC. So, like I said, you're 4-0. You made your debut in 2020 with an amateur fight, and you get a first round finish. Your second fight, you get another first round finish. Your third fight, you get a decision. Your fourth fight, and those were 2 amateur fights. Then you get your first pro fight at XFC. And these all took place last year, except for your most recent win, which took place in March. So I was a submission. So you've got 1 decision, you've got 3 finishes, you've got 4 fights total. And, people, like I said, myself, I went back and looked at a lot of footage. I went and did a little research in the short time that I had to do this for today. And there's a lot of people that say, this could go to the UFC tomorrow and fight. I think you could hold your own. I don't know if you could be the top level of the sport there right now, but I think there's guys in your division that you could probably beat at 19 years old with, not a lot of fighting experience. And there's a lot of other people that feel the same way. So what do you think of that, dude? Are you blown away by that? Do you believe that? Is it too soon for us to say that, that could be you tomorrow if they called you?
Yeah, I'm still working on my experience. Keep just taking it day by day, fight by fight, not looking too far ahead, just kind of seeing what's in my plate and tackle that on.
What do you do for fun? Outside of fighting, that means no
outside of
training. Don't
fighting?
be telling me anything about training or any of that stuff because I train. That's my fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're still 19, dude. So what do you do for fun?
Play some tennis and golf with my dad. Go fishing a little bit.
Golf?
Yep.
All right, I like golf.
Mhm.
Fishing?
Yep.
Yeah, where do you live?
West Bloomfield, Michigan.
Ah, Michigan boy. I like it.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, what about with your friends? Do you hang out with friends? Do you guys do video games? Do you go out and, do shit in the neighborhood? Do you still like go to the, I don't know how much Michigan is open right now, but you go out places and check out, girls with your friends, go, hey man, look at that one. Hey. Because I'm 52, I'm married, and I still do that. Don't tell my wife.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, just hang out with the cousins, go out with them, with the family, just go to restaurants.
So basically, you do nothing except fight.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Listen, I'm going to give you some advice. Do some more stuff with your dad and your friends. Play more golf. Do things like that. Go fishing. Make sure you have an outlet. Don't let the fighting completely overtake your life. Not that you shouldn't, dedicate to it, but you have to have something away from the fight game that has nothing to do with the fight game, where people aren't going to talk to you about the fight game, because you're going to need an escape. The fight game will eat you up and spit you out if you allow it to.
Mm-hmm.
And, we don't want to see that happen to you, because you are a very talented young prospect. You've got another fight coming up here, and what's today? Today is the 18th. So you had 10 days in Iowa against Emmanuel Pugh. What do you know about this kid? What are you doing to train for this young man? All that, all the standard stuff. What do you do?
Yeah.
What are you training for? Blah, 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 blah.
Yep. So we know he's another tough guy, just like the first two fights we had in XFC, but we're just training hard for him. He's a good striker, so working on my striking, working on my grappling, plan is just to break him and finish him.
It sounds so funny to hear you say that, because not because I don't believe you could do it, but I'm looking at you and this kid's 19 is good. I'm planning on breaking him and finishing him, and there's not enough bass in your voice. Like, I'm waiting for the bass to come up. Like, I almost feel like the bass hasn't gotten there yet, but if you had that bass, it'd be like, I plan to break him and finish him. That's, it's got a whole different tone. I'm not picking on you by any stretch of the imagination. I just, I'm so overwhelmed. Like I said, when I first met Chase Hooper, he's very, very chill. He knows what his talents are. He knows what he delivers when he gets into a cage. But he's very soft-spoken. You're a little like that too. You're a little soft-spoken. You guys got the same kind of hair. Maybe you could be related to Ben Askren as well as he is. I don't know, man. Everybody's got curly hair now. As part of the Ben Askren family, apparently. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, here's another thing you can learn. I don't know if you know what disc golf is?
Yeah, like the first
Ben Askren plays a ton of disc golf. Where the fuck is he? He's in Wisconsin. I don't know how far away he is. Maybe you reach out to him and say, hey, can I come play disc golf with you? Then you can do something with a world-class, star, maybe pick his brain a little bit, Just don't beat him at disc golf, because then he'd get upset, And he's pretty good. So he plays with some of the world champions out there, That's crazy too. There's people that are world champion Frisbee players, like the people are world champion video game players. Like, what the fuck? Make millions of dollars to play a video game? Apparently I'm doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You a gamer?
A little bit. I haven't played in a while, but yeah. Call of Duty, Madden.
Gaming gets in the way of fighting, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So then there's no gaming for Austin Bashi. Oh, man. I love that you're so committed and dedicated that you're not worried about playing games and doing stuff like that like some of your friends are at 19. You really, it shows a maturity, because you have to have a maturity inside of you to be completely committed and dedicated to being a pro fighter, because you're playing with your life, at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. When you got in there that very first time, that first fight you had, I know it ended in the first round. What was going on in your brain? And your first AMI fight, because you only got 4 fights, so we don't have a lot to work with here. But how'd you feel going into that first fight? Were you supremely confident, or were you kind of like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm about to have a fight,
Yeah.
because either answer is right,
Right. Yeah, yeah. So I had a good amount of Muay Thai fights, so I kind of I knew what to expect going in there, because Muay Thai fight, it's still a fist fight, still got kicks and punches in it. So I kind of expected what was gonna happen, but it was a little different though. It's way different than just a Muay Thai fight. You're not padded up, and you just are going.
How many Muay Thai fights have you had? Because I'm surprised they don't show up on your record. Normally, if somebody has fights, any kind
Yeah,
of fights, they show up.
I have 8 of them.
8 of them. How'd you do in those 8 Muay Thai
Or 9
fights?
of them. Sorry, 9 of them. 9 of them.
Did you win them all? Did you take a loss?
No, I was 7-2.
7-2. Oh, so well, at least you've experienced loss. The hard thing to do is experience that first loss, and it usually defines somebody's character, how they handle the first one. So you've had a loss in competition, in fighting competition, so you've had 2. So that's good. You got that out of the way, off the bucket list. All right, I got the loss out of the way. Now I can just go beat the shit out of everybody else for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it, dude. Get it knocked out early when it doesn't mean shit, and it's
Right.
Any other sports that you did? You said you wrestled and everything. Did you do baseball or football or basketball?
No, just wrestled in high school, and yeah, that was it.
That was it, huh? Even growing up when you were younger, I mean, not much younger because you're only 19, but
Right.
did you play baseball or football and, with your friends in the neighborhood, or you just...
Yeah, just in the neighborhood, but not ever like kind of like a team or anything like that.
Were you any good? Were you good at baseball? Were you good at football?
No, I was never good at those.
Neither?
Nope. No.
Well, you couldn't play baseball? Come on, I can't believe you're an athlete.
Yeah, not those.
Well, you're a Michigan kid, so you ever play hockey?
No, I never really played hockey.
That right there, that's fucking shocking.
Yeah.
I don't know too many kids from Michigan that never picked up a hockey stick or laced up a pair of skates in their entire life.
Yeah,
so
I never tried that out.
We're gonna have to set that up. I'm gonna have to come play you one-on-one in a game of ice hockey. We'll just stand out. Can you ice skate? Have you ice skated?
Just like one time, long time ago.
Oh my God! All right, this is gonna be an easy win for Chris. I'm gonna come up there, put on my skates. I'm gonna skate circles around you, drop 3 in the net going backwards, and call it a day. And you'll be sitting there going, "What the fuck did this old guy just do to me?" It was like Daniel Cormier having to play ice hockey against Stipe on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
But he beat him. He beat him. The kid from New Orleans and never picked up a stick in his life. So that's what would probably happen if you and I did the same thing. You'd probably beat me just because you've never done it before, and I'd try to be showing off and shit. You'd be like, ha 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 ha. So I said to you before we got on the air, I told you something that Kenny Cross said about you. Everybody refers to him as the face. Myron Malotki himself calls Kenny the face of the XFC. Kenny says you're the face of the XFC. And Myron, like I said, thinks the world of you. So what are your thoughts when these two people, Kenny, who, has been deemed the face, and Myron, who's the boss, when they say that you, like we'll go with Kenny's comment first. Kenny says you're really the face. He's inspired by how you train. He's watched how you train. He watches how serious you are, and prepping for walking out to a fight and everything. He's seen it all live, and he's blown away. And he's 26 years old. He's got 15 pro fights under his belt, and he's looking up at you as an inspiration. And the guy that's really the face of this company. What does that mean to you? How does that make you feel? I mean, it's like, shut up, dude. Leave me alone.
No, it means a lot coming from him because he's a very high level fighter. He's very high experience, and coming from him, that means a lot. But no, Kenny's the guy who's the face of it. He's the one people like to watch. He's the fun fighter.
Do you want to be the face? Do you want to be the guy that people tune in to see?
Yeah, of course. But right now it's Kenny.
So people want, part of the fight game. It's like 49.7% fighting, and the rest of it's about how you brand yourself, your social media, how you talk to the media, how you talk to the fans. So right now you seem like the nice all-American young kid, smiles, curls, the whole thing. Is there a different side of you that we're going to see? Like, are you like, do you have the ability to talk shit to people? Like maybe not as good as Connor, but do you have the ability to go out like that and, stir it up and everything, get a little hype behind it? Or are you just a guy that just sits back and lets everybody else do the talk and you go, I'll just see you on fight night?
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I don't really talk. I just listen to what they have to say, and then comes fight nights when I try to shine.
Yeah. Do you think there'll ever be a point where, somebody says something that just pisses you off and you have to get out in the media and be like, look, motherfucker, enough's enough. You said some stupid shit. Now I'm going to let you know I'm going to beat your fucking ass. Just go to, ah.
Yeah, it might come a day.
It'd be weird to see it. I'm going to be honest with you, because you don't seem like you would put it out there. I'm sure you have it in you. You're a man, and all men have that in them. That just, you got to push that right button to bring it out. What would somebody have to say to you to get you to fucking like respond, like pissed off? Would they have to talk about your family, your mom, your girlfriend, your dog? Would it be like John Wick? Would they have to shoot your dog or something for you to get that pissed off?
Yeah, if they say anything about my family, that's when I'm gonna have to step up and say something to them.
All
but
right.
when they try to just say stuff about to me, just to get in my head, I don't really care about that.
Well, that's good, man. A lot of guys can't handle the shit talking, and then some guys, the way they come across with their shit talking, you think they're fucking mad at the world, but a lot of them create it to brand themselves and sell their fights. Colby Covington is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
I've met Colby a couple different times, and don't get me wrong, he's still very confident about who he is, but what you see on camera versus what you see off camera when you're talking to him when there's nobody around, it's two different people.
Yeah. Right.
But he's done a brilliant job at creating himself the role of the big heel that everybody hates, and everybody talks about him, and he backs it up. So it's not like he's talking shit and can't fight. He's talking shit and can fight. So what would you do if Colby Covington, attacked you verbally the way he attacks somebody like came at you in a Colby Covington style attack, where they just attack everything about you, your family, you're this, you're that, your religion, your politics, or just, I don't like your fucking hair. That kid's hair is fucked up. I'm going to beat his ass. His fucking goofy smile. I'm tired of he just ripped on you. Do you just sit there and laugh like that? Like, yeah, all right, man, you just get hyped up.
I don't know what I would do. I have to be in the moment to kind of see what to do.
All right, I'm going to have to reach out to the guy that you're fighting again to talk some shit and see if we can. I'm going to be like, dude, talk about his family. Get him all pissed off. Just to see you get pissed off. Actually, I don't really want to see that happen to you because although I guess it wouldn't matter because you seem to me the kind of person that you're going to fight emotionless. You're not going to let your emotion get in the way once the cage door closes, which is, you can't teach that to people. That's something you either have or you don't. It's like speed. You're either fast or you're not. Yeah. I could try to teach you a technique to run faster. It might shave, this much off your time, but the reality is you're either fast or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
So you either can turn off the emotion or you can't. There's no in between there. You don't seem to get rattled. I mean, in just this short time we've been chatting, I don't think you'd get rattled, unless like somebody, pulled their shorts down the middle of the fight and whipped it out and said, look at that, and then you'd be like, what the fuck, dude? But yeah. I think that would be the extreme somebody would have to go to throw you off your game plan. Like just moon you go, look at my ass, I mean,
yeah.
It'd be a funny thing to happen. I'm not going to lie, but I don't think there's too much that would rattle you. So where's that come from? That you're so calm and cool and in control of yourself at 19 years old? Because I'm 52 and I don't think I'm as controlled as you are.
Yeah, I don't know. Talking doesn't really do much. At the end of the day, it matters about the fight and how you perform at the fight, not how you perform with your mouth.
Yeah, but even in the fight, I'm saying like I've looked at footage from all your fights, and you haven't been in trouble per se enough to really, but there's been a few moments where I see where he's in a fight. You still seem to stay calm, like you're a 20 fight veteran that has been there, done this so many times that it's not even a big deal. It's almost second nature. You're doing that now 4 fights into your career. So where does that come from? That level of calmness, is that something that your dad gave you, your mom gave you? Did you pick it up from training? Did you see it in a movie and just said, fuck it, that's who I'm going to be?
Yeah, I picked it up from my coaches and my older brother. My older brother has a lot of fights, and I just like how he fights. He fights very calm and relaxed, and he just showcases skills.
Older brother, how much older?
He's 4 years older.
4 years older.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. So, is he fighting now as well?
So he's been dealing with some injuries the past couple years, but once he's gets that fixed up, he'll be back.
Nice. So it'll be the fucking Fighting Bashi brothers. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah.
Hey, if MMA don't work out, there's a WWE tag team in there somewhere
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
name, the Bashi brothers. I mean,
Mhm.
we bash you face. They'll make you talk with a silly accent. Go, hey, we the Bashi brothers. We bash you face. They'll do something like that. But if it pays you millions of dollars, fuck it, do it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Is that something you would ever do? Would you ever like get into the WWE professional wrestling side if the opportunity presented itself and it was a lot of money?
Yeah, maybe after the fighting career, I'll go. I'll go there.
Do you watch wrestling? Do you know WWE?
I used to watch it, but not too much anymore.
Because you're a grown up now, right?
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
I'm just fucking with you. I still watch it, man. It's a soap opera for men.
Mhm.
It's my escape from the real world. Where I can just sit back and go, man, how stupid is this? Man, how dumb am I for watching it?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
because it just makes me laugh. So it's something I enjoy the hell out of. Plus, my nephew loves it. And other, young kids that I, come through in and out of my life love it. I've watched it my whole life, so it's like cool. And the good thing is doing what I do now, ring announcing and interviews. I've met some really cool wrestlers, that I've hung out with, kind of had dinner with, this is the best part of my job. I've become friends with some people that are like real big stars. And I'm like, wow, man, this is pretty dope.
Mhm.
When it's my birthday, they type on Facebook, hey, Chris, happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's so stupid that I get excited about that, but I do. It's like, wow, man, somebody, that's, on this level of celebrity takes a second out of their day just to tell me happy birthday. That's pretty cool, no matter who you are. So, that's a dope thing. The fact that I get to work with these people and I still get, goofy about it, like, oh my God. Just means I'm a happy dude, and I understand how lucky I am. I don't take it for granted. Even talking with you, dude, I've had more TV time than you and all that other fun stuff, but you're a fighter, and people are going to remember your name a lot sooner than they're going to remember mine. And I'm good with that because I love fighting. I love this game. I love this sport. I got into it, because when I first got in, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, oh, shit. But then all of a sudden, I started really paying attention to everything. I was like, my God, this is so awesome. I used to watch it before I ever got into it, but I still wasn't sure about it. And then when I started working the sport, I was like,
Yeah.
And if I wasn't really old when older, I should say, when I started, messing around, I might have trained and,
You might fight. Yeah.
been the world champion of like 4 different divisions before Conor ever showed up.
Hmm.
I would have beat his ass. I'll still kick his ass. I hope he's not listening. So you got this big fight coming up. Anything that you're nervous about for this one? There's number 3, or is it at this point now? You're probably, it's my 3rd fight on NBC. I'm 19 years old. Shit, man, I'm just gonna go out there and have fun with it.
There's no matter what, if it's an amateur fight, pro fight, if it's on TV, there's always going to be nerves and pressure. But those nerves and pressure kind of make me perform at my best.
Man. Guys, are you watching this? We're watching K-Star with Christopher James, brought to you tonight by Just Heart Apparel and Just Heart Apparel East Coast, legacy over ego. Remember that, kids. And we're talking with this 19-year-old phenom, Austin Bashi, who is giving me answers like he's a 35-year-old fighter. He's calm, he's cool, he's smiling. He's like what you want to see in MMA, I don't think we're going to see him getting into, car accidents and all this stuff. Oh, he could get in a car accident, but we all can get into a car accident. I just feel like we're never going to hear any trouble about this kid, nothing about steroids or, crap. So it's like the perfect kid. I wish he was my kid. For Christ's sake, I'd have a kid going to be a star. No, it's true, dude. I'm like going, man, I just want to reach out and give you a hug, dude. Like, I'm so happy for you.
Chris.
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. Do you think about that, though? Do you say to yourself sometimes when you're sitting alone by yourself, you go, this is fucking nuts, dude. I'm 19. What the fuck am I doing here? That ever run through your head?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it does.
Yeah. Do you say bad words?
No, I don't say it.
Oh my God, I love you so much. He doesn't have a potty mouth like me or most fighters. He's like I said, look at him. He's a clean cut kid. You know, you want him to marry your daughter, man. And that's the kind of kid you want, man. Kid who's honest, respectful. He's going to defend your family. So I mean, yeah. So my daughter's 23. She just turned 23. She's got a kid, but maybe I'm going to hook you guys up anyway, man. Maybe you can teach her how to be more mature. I don't know, man. Do you ever get that from people like, man, like where you meet people that are, my age or maybe a little younger, and, they're impressed with you to go, man, I'd love you to meet my daughter. I mean, because that ever happened to you? Because you're a good kid, dude. I'm like I'm telling you, if you were sitting here right now in my house and we were doing this interview at my studio, and my daughter came in, I'd be like, hey, man, I want you to meet my daughter because I feel so comfortable around you because I get this vibe off you that you're a good dude. Has that ever happened to you where somebody said, hey, I want you to meet my daughter, or your mom, dad goes, hey, Joni and Steve down the street have this daughter and they want you to meet her? I mean, has that ever happened to you, or do people stay out of your love life?
It happened to me a few times.
What'd you do about it?
No, they just said it, but no one was there.
You didn't follow through?
No.
Are you picky when it comes to the ladies?
A little bit.
A little bit. Do you like blondes, brunettes? What's your preference there? Give me a little background.
The blondies.
The blondies. All right. So for all you blondies out there that are watching, maybe you could present a good case. I can start a YouTube show, Win a Date with Austin Bashi, and we can have girls coming on pleading their case, dude. I'm telling you, how many girls would probably come on there and try to win a date with you? We might have to make this happen, dude. Like I said, you're good looking, you can fight, you're respectful, at least on camera. Who knows? You could be a complete asshole off camera. I don't know. But what you're showing us now, you're like you are like a catch. You're like the catch, dude. So I just, I wish I had a blonde daughter. My daughter's got brown hair, so she's off the table. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to disappoint you. All right, so you got sponsors or anybody you need to shout out tonight?
Yeah, I thank all my sponsors for this fight. They continue to support me and show me love. So thank you guys to all of you guys.
Yeah, you want to name them, or is there too many for you to name?
There's a good amount of it. AGS, Gage CBD, Carey's Real Estate, Premier Contractor, Clear to Mortgage, and El Reef.
Nice, got them all down. How does the world keep up with you on social media? Do you have all of it? You have Facebook, Twitter?
I have Facebook and Instagram, just at Austin Bashi.
That's it, at Austin Bashi. That's it. Do you have a Twitch, or you don't really video game yet? You said you do a little. Twitch is the one, dude. Twitch is the one that fighters are really blowing up on, man. They've taken over Twitch. So maybe you should think about that. But anyway, there's one more thing we have to do before we get off the show. And this is episode number 279, documented. There's probably more episodes I've done that I've never actually numbered. I've had well over 500-600 guests on my shows because I always have multiple guests for the most part, except for tonight. Periodically I just have one guy and we just shoot the shit. Mm-hmm. So you're not afraid of anybody, right?
Nope.
Always up for a challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't back down from challenges, right?
Right.
All right. So I'm going to challenge you to do something that 279 first-time guests did before you. Actually. 279. No, that's probably right. 279, 280 first-time guests have done before you. And when you're on my show for the very first time, I always ask you to do something that's completely away from the fight game. Are you ready? Are you ready for my challenge?
Yeah, I think so.
And by the way, if you say no, then you become the first one I get to call pussy. Yeah, so, we don't want you to be the first one to get that moniker, dude, because that'll stay with you for the rest of your life if you get shamed by me. But I ask every first time guest to do something that my fans adore, the people out there that have never, there's people going to watch you today, and they have no idea who you are. They're going to see you, and, I always believe it's an important thing, especially in MMA, to do stuff sometimes, and make the fans happy, make them smile, make them laugh, and show a little bit of vulnerability in yourself. because then the fans realize that, hey, this guy's just like me, only he fights for a living, but he can be vulnerable and put on the spot just like anybody else. So what I came up with to put people on the spot was, I tell them they have to sing. It doesn't matter what they sing, doesn't matter who they sing it to, or they don't have to sing the whole song. And I don't care, like I said, I don't care what you sing, but you have to sing something for us.
I'm gonna be the first one not to do that.
No, my God, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, don't make me call Kenny Cross. Kenny Cross came on and sang his ass off, bro.
Yeah, that's Kenny. I know how Kenny is. Me, no.
Oh my gosh, you can't be the first one to say no, dude. Why don't you want to do it?
I don't. Yeah, listen, that's not me.
Well, I know that's the point of it. It's not you. It's something to be outside of you. So, I mean, like I said, I've had people come on, like big UFC stars come on and do it. Just give us a little something. What kind of music do you like?
Honestly, I don't even really listen to music.
Do you know anybody whose birthday is coming up?
I know a couple people.
So sing Happy Birthday, a simple song that everybody sings. You don't even have to be a good singer. Just sing. Who do you know if you got a birthday coming up?
This is not me, Chris.
Austin, I understand that.
Chris,
that's the point of it. Austin, listen, you can't be the first one to say no, dude. It's not befitting of you.
I'm gonna be the first one.
Oh my God, guys, are you seeing this? I'm horrified right now. I figure, Austin, look, sing Happy Birthday to somebody, dude. It's a simple song. How many times do you sing Happy Birthday to somebody?
Yeah, but it has to be your birthday. You have to be at a birthday party. I can't just sing it on the phone.
Well, yeah, you can. Fucking, it's pandemic time, so you have to get used to doing FaceTime Happy Birthday parties.
I'm gonna be the first one, Chris.
Well, I'm gonna have to tell you then. It's my birthday, so
it's your birthday. All right,
yeah.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Well, you gotta sing me Happy Birthday, dude. At least sing me a little of it. That's all I'm asking. Happy birthday to you. Now you.
I want to get the Facebook notification if it was your birthday.
Well, no, you don't get the Facebook notification because I don't post it publicly. I don't like that. No, I used to, but then I would get so many notifications. You know when you get a bunch of notifications on one thing and it's annoying? Like, God damn, these notifications, I wish I'd turn them off. I did that on my birthday because I really, not that I don't love the love, because the people still notify, like people that know me know my birthday. And usually I, post about it. But for the last couple of years, I haven't. So sing me a little happy birthday and make my day perfect.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, come on. Sing at least that part. Just
No.
Hey, listen, Austin, just go, happy birthday to you. That's all I'm asking.
Happy birthday to you.
Fuck yeah. Now that you officially sang. See, dude, that wasn't even hard, bro.
I thought you wanted me to sing the whole entire song.
No. Listen, I've never asked anybody to sing a whole entire song. I mean, happy birthday. People that have done that on the show, because other people come on and they go, I don't know what to sing. And I always say, sing happy birthday to somebody. It's the simplest, easiest thing. And if you're not really into music, like you said, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I had Courtney Casey from the UFC. She's a badass female fighter. She came on and, I told her she was going to sing, and she comes on and she sits there. I go, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Courtney Casey. And she goes, okay, hang on. And she sits there like this. Doesn't say anything, right? And then all of a sudden she turns to the camera and just goes, in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, outside of the school, the whole Fresh Prince theme song. And I almost fucking beat myself, dude. I was floored. We've had some people come on and do beatbox and all that stuff. But see, look, that wasn't even hard for you to do, man. Yeah. These are the things I was telling you. Sometimes you got to go a little above and beyond and show people, because singing makes you uncomfortable, clearly, right? It's not your thing. Sometimes it's okay to put yourself in an uncomfortable position in anything in life. So never be afraid to, dude. What's the worst that happens if you sing? People are going to laugh? Fuck it, dude. You get paid to punch people in the face for a living. Fucking, you're the one laughing all the way to the bank. So don't be shy. Loosen up a little bit. Just go out there and have, like I said, have fun in life. And, you never know what people are going to ask you to do. Somebody, you might be doing a show and they might ask you to do a hot food challenge, I would not recommend those because they fuck you up. But, be open. Be open to stuff in life, man. You got a long life ahead of you, man. And I'm excited to see where your career goes. I meant everything I said to you, too. I do think that if you got called tomorrow to take a fight in the UFC, you would absolutely be able to take that fight in the UFC and, be confident enough to think that you would have a chance to win. There's not too many guys your age that are like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, you, and of course, you know the story of Chase Hooper. He came in really young, and he just, he's doing good stuff. He's fighting up here. I want to say the next pay-per-view, I think, against Steven Ocho Peterson, which is a big step up in competition. Next year at this time, we might be talking to you about making your Octagon debut. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It could happen. And then, it might take 2 years. Who knows? It might take 2 months. You just never know. But you keep plugging along and doing what you do. Be yourself at all times. Go out there and kick people's ass, dude. Get paid for it. And, enjoy life, man. You got a whole life ahead of you, man. There's going to be a lot of people like me that are going to want to talk to you as this continues to go on. I hope you enjoyed being here today. I hope I didn't make you too uncomfortable singing happy birthday to me because, it's really at the end of the day, it was, 5 words out of your mouth with the little melody to it. Happy birthday to you. See, it's easy, Now, but if anybody else ever asks you to sing on their show, no, can't do it. Only that's a Christopher James thing. That's it. If I find out you do it on somebody else's show, I might have to come up there and kick your ass.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't kick your ass, dude. I'm just lying to myself. It's okay. But there was one other thing I did want to ask you. I almost forgot. So you were with the XFC and Myron Malotki. We talked about what Kenny Cross has said about you. When you see the president, you hear the president of the company really praise you at such a young age. Again, and he says, that you are a star. I believe. Let me see. I believe his exact words were his family. Let me see. I'm going to read you exactly what he said. So where's it? He said, I said to him, I was texting back and forth with Kenny and Austin. I said, Kenny's got personality for days, and Austin seems like a super, really good kid as well. This is what I said to Myron. He responded, he goes, you're spot on. He goes, Austin is starting to find his way under the spotlight. My wife treats him like he is one of our kids. And he said, Kenny was just born that way. But when the promoter, the president, and he says his wife and himself treat you like one of their kids, what does that mean to you, dude? Because that means for me, that means they're invested in you like hardcore, not just as a promoter that he's not just looking at you to make money off your back on ticket sales and stuff like that. He's truly like when he says his wife treats you like one of his kids, that says to me that these people are invested in you beyond whatever you're going to do in the XFC. What does that mean to you, bro? Because that's pretty dope.
Means a lot to me. I love Myron. He's a great guy, and he really treats us well, and he really treats everyone in the XFC real well. He doesn't care about really the money or anything. He just really cares about you and making sure you have a good career. Yeah,
I'll tell you this. He does care a little bit about the money. I mean, he cares a little bit about the money. But what I've been hearing so far from other guys like yourself and Kenny and Kurt Hallbaugh, who used to fight the UFC now with the XFC, is that Myron's been really outstanding to work with. The whole team at XFC has been very easy to work with, really looking out for you guys. So that's always good to know. It's always one of my concerns with the promotion that they treat the fighters right, because while some promotions think they're the product, they're 3 letters or, whatever words in their name are what people are coming to see. People aren't coming to just see it because of the letters on the wall. They're coming to see it because of the fighters that walk into those cages and rings all across the world to fight. So some promotions forget that, But, Brock Lesnar said it best one day. He goes, without all of us, the UFC is just 3 letters in the alphabet.
Right. Yeah.
And he's right. I mean, the UFC is a huge brand. Obviously, we know that's the ultimate proving ground. But without the fighters, it's just 3 letters in the alphabet. So, always make sure that, whoever you fight for, that they treat you, the right way and know your worth, because you a star in the making, kid.
Right. Yep. Thank you, Chris.
Well, listen, thank you. I hope you had a good time, man. I hope I'm not too crazy for you. I'm a little just fun. I just go off the rails. I like to have fun and talk to people the way I talk to them. I don't like to be all stuffy like, hey, welcome to this. Let's talk about your fight. Yeah. I don't like to be like that. Everybody's going to do that to you, man. I just like to talk like I talk. So, and I'm a little much to take at times, but I'm always in the corner of the fighter. I always want to, make the fighters have a good time. And hope they come back one day. So I hope we get you back on here soon. Good luck with your next fight, May 28th.
Thank you.
We'll be
Yep.
watching. I can't wait. 3-0.
All right.
I'm predicting it now.
Thank you.
First
Chris.
round
Have a
finish.
good one.
You too, brother. Be well.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. I love that kid. I'm a little much to take sometimes. I probably overwhelmed him a little bit. Oops. But he'll be all right. He's a tough kid. Super. Like I said, I'd let him date my daughter. I love this kid. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. That was Cage Side with Christopher James, episode number 2 today with Austin Bashi. I love that guy. He's a lot of fun. His personality is going to grow as he continues to grow and develop into a world-class athlete. And we're going to be watching and going along for the ride. So until next time, thank you as always for being a part of my life today and for allowing me to be a part of yours, guys. I really appreciate it. I can't truly put into words what it means, but just know it's right here in my heart. But that's it. We are going to check out. I'm going to be doing the show Thursday. Haven't confirmed any of my guests yet, so we're working on that. But that's it, guys. So until next time, I am Christopher James. You've been Cage Side. Good night, everybody.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuit. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Thor producers. There you go, baby.